Hello YouTube, this is Gold Silver Strength here, and this will be a weekly forecast video for Bitcoin for the week of August 3rd, 2020. The indicator I'll be using today is the moving average cross of the 9-day moving average and the 26-day moving average. We'll also check out the monthly, weekly, and intraday time frames for the price action so that you can get a rough estimate of what targets, what supports, what ceilings Bitcoin is likely to do. And we'll also throw in a Fibonacci retracement to see what Bitcoin can potentially do in the future as an extension. So diving right into the daily chart. Over the weekend, Bitcoin was testing the $12,000 level, but just formed a huge red candle downward, almost touching the 9-day moving average. So what this tells me is that Bitcoin is retracing a little bit right now. Does it want to chop sideways? That's what it's likely to do, but it can also pull back for more. Let us go into the weekly analysis. Yeah, we just finished the month of July, so the current price action candle is what's happened during the weekend. And from the grand scheme of things, it's not the biggest red candle from previous price action, but it is a retracement regardless. Should we see it chop it sideways? Only time will tell, but right now it is in the middle of pulling back a little bit and chopping sideways. From a monthly standpoint, barely a blip, but then again, it's only been 2 days into the month of August, so there is not really new information that the monthly chart is giving us. This is just what happened over the weekend. Now let's go into the intraday time frames. Let's go for the 4-hour. And this tells a different story. You can see, if you followed my videos in the past, that Bitcoin was chopping sideways. Right here, it was chopping sideways into this channel. And then it finally broke above the ceiling of the channel and then tested new highs right here. Then now it's pulling back and now it's chopping sideways according to the 4-hour chart within the same channel. Can you call it a channel right now? Not exactly, but it did break through the ceiling of this channel, which acted as a support when it broke through it. And now that it's back within the range, we'll have to wait until more candles form to really confirm it to be in a channel. And if you aren't familiar with indicator analysis and price action analysis, most indicators are lagging for obvious reason. It relies on previous price action candles to form before showing you any new information. And this is normal because you don't know what future price actions are going to hold. And your best reaction to the price action is the candles that are currently forming. And after they form, it's up to you to make a decision from what you saw and how it relates to the previous candles that formed in the past. So let's go over to the 1-hour time frame. Yes, so if you caught my video when Bitcoin was around hovering 10,000 going into 11,000, I explained that any slight retracement or break that chop sideways is needed after a massive $1,000 swing upward, which it did do for the past few days, starting from the 27th right here. And then when it broke up the channel, it almost broke through 12,000, and then you can see this huge red candle right here. And that actually signaled a bearish cross on the 1-hour time frame. So if you are trading Bitcoin based off the 1-hour time frame, you would not want to hold a buy at this very moment. You would want to wait for this channel to develop and see whether or not it will stay in the channel or keep going downward. Based off the current 1 hour candles, it appears as though a channel is going to form right here. It has a top and bottom of the channel that previously formed. So we could see it bounce around here and consolidate for a little bit until more news or buyers or sellers dominate the market. I think one interesting thing here is that we can do a Fibonacci retracement on the daily chart. You can see on the daily chart, this was a slight channel right here, but it is more prominent in the 1 hour and 4 hour time frame analysis, which is why it's highly recommended that you look at multiple time frames so that you can have a clearer picture of what Bitcoin is doing. You can take the monthly or weekly as a long-term analysis, the daily as a midterm, and definitely the 1 hour and 4 hour as short-term. And if you are doing even shorter time frames than that, that'll be up to your discretion. So let us do a Fibonacci retracement from the recent highs made last week to some of the lows here. And right here, you can see that these are the possible retracements at the 78% level, 61%, 50%, etc. But really what we want to see here is the extensions. So if we go to the monthly chart, right here at a common 161% extension, you have Bitcoin at 12,500. And the next common Fibonacci extension is at 261% at 14,700. And these would be two key extensions for Bitcoin, seeing that there is a lot of bullish momentum. People want to take their profit and then transfer their cash to another asset to make another good trade. So I believe that this does serve as a key resistance area, and it does support it in the past. Right here around 12,000, there's all these top tails forming around and close to the Fibonacci extensions. So these will play a key resistance area in the future. And the next one we should expect is 12,500. Right now, Bitcoin is showing some retracement. It's back in a previous channel, but you wouldn't call it that until more candles form. And with August coming around, with more bad economic news, stimulus checks finally ending, more jobless claims numbers are keep on increasing. It's not looking good for the economy fundamentally. So could we see a rush of cash in or out of the commodities market? It is definitely possible, and really it's going to be a very hectic swing for the month of August. We can't expect huge candle swings like we just saw over the weekend, and this is just the first candle that formed for August, and it's already bigger than a lot of candles in the past, respectively speaking. So it's just going to be a very interesting and wild ride. It's a very good market to make a lot of money in, but at the same time, you should definitely know your limits, definitely have a trading plan, and don't get too carried away with any of these huge swings up or down. And definitely protect yourself with stop losses if that's part of your plan. And definitely just trade with a high probability, because with huge swings up or down, that could really destroy any trading account or any investing money that you set aside if you're not careful and if you don't pay too much attention. And this will conclude my analysis looking ahead for Bitcoin. Keep in mind those Fibonacci extension levels. Those are the key resistance levels we should pay attention for in the month of August. But do pay attention to the midterm analysis of Bitcoin on the daily chart, where it will be chopping inside a channel, and you could take advantage of a good short-term profit if you can analyze the channel and make a purchase to support your analysis. Alright, that's it for this video, and thank you guys for listening. Are you tired of losing in trading and investing? Check out my videos where I do a bare bones analysis on just the price action. No fancy indicators, no gimmicks, just trend analysis and winning here. And I'll see you guys in the next video.